This is Healing Podcast.
We think mental health, if someone has mental health issues, they're the kind of people who are stoning people.
How many are we here? We are 6 people, right?
Yes.
So one of us. But we recognize that we are in a period where mothers, we are out here hustling. Self-awareness
Yes.
is very, very important. Sleep, have enough sleep, eat well, exercise, then have a spiritual life.
Hello, viewers of the Healing Circle podcast. I welcome you. We are here once again, and this is our second episode of the Healing Circle podcast. Today, we have Miss CLAUDINE UMUTONIWASE. She's a counseling psychologist. She's a career coach with Victoria University, and she's a lead mental health practitioner at Bethamine. So, she's the right person for this. You're welcome, Miss CLAUDINE.
Thank you for
So
having
good
me,
to have
Yusuf.
you.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we shall dive in right away. Yes. What is mental health, and why do you think it is important for everyone to understand mental health?
Okay, I don't want to jump into mental health before I understand even health.
Yes.
How would you define health in normal circumstances? It is when we are okay, that is mentally, physically, socially, spiritually, and it does not mean necessarily the absence of diseases,
Okay.
because you might not have anywhere paining you, but you are still not okay. So in general, that is health. Then when we now get to mental health, it is us as human beings, the ability to be able to cope with the normal stressors of life, because stress is a constant denominator every single day. And then you being able to know what you are capable of doing, your capabilities, and being able to contribute to your community.
Okay.
Literally, that is mental
That is
health.
mental health.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of stereotypes out here that you think someone has like they have issues with their mental health. They are not. If it's a male, they're not man enough. If it's a female, they're not African women. Because we have been trained to be strong.
Okay.
Yes. How do we get away with that stereotype as Africans?
Wow. One, it is recognizing that it's a stereotype.
Yes.
Because before you recognize that, then you think it is the norm. It is a normal thing.
Yes.
So when we recognize that there is an issue, then we have started on the journey to debunk them. And then it is just recognizing that mental health challenges are just as normal as physical challenges. You know, when you have malaria, you don't move around with something of, I have malaria and the worst is going to happen.
Yes.
So it should be the same thing with mental health challenges. They are part of life. It might happen to you. No one is immune
Yes.
from them, and you can move. Like the same way you can have malaria today and tomorrow you are okay. It's the same thing with mental health challenges, really.
Still about stereotypes. We think mental health, if someone has mental health issues, they're the kind of people who are stoning people, the kind of that are walking naked. What are these mental health issues that you're talking about? You can give us a list of them.
So, well, there are quite a number of illnesses, and the different illnesses manifest differently.
Yes.
So you might see someone maybe on the roadside or a person naked, but we also have those we move with on a daily. You are able to show up at your workplace, you are able to meet your friends, you are able to do what you are supposed to do, yet you are actually not okay, which are actually the major ones. Because the main illnesses worldwide, even in Uganda, it is anxiety and depression.
Okay. How can we interpret anxiety in Uganda?
Wow, what a challenge. How can I call anxiety in Uganda? Unfortunately, I don't know the name of it, but I don't want to call it okutia enyo, because then I have minimized it to fear, which is normal for everyone to have. I honestly...
Anxiety is bigger than fear.
Yeah, it's bigger than fear. It is, for example, knowing that maybe I'm supposed to be here speaking, and then I become so restless that I cannot even move. Like, I planned it, nagamba maybe nja kugendayo nchikole, and then the day comes and I literally panic. That at times people even faint, like you get panic attacks and all these different things. So I don't know how to translate
But
it.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. So I've given us anxiety, stress.
Yeah, depression. So those are the main common ones. And you might not necessarily see someone immediately with depression removing their clothes and being on the roadside, yet they can still be struggling. When you look at things like functional depression, this is a person who is able to come at work, show up, and do exceedingly well. Because functional depression, a person is working fully well, by the way. So if you're waiting for someone to first be naked, then you're going to miss out. You see the percentages tell us that percentages of the World Health Organization, 1 billion are most likely to be they have mental health challenges. That is 1 in every 7 people you meet. So are all those people naked on the roadside? No, they are not. And that's the reason why we be shocked or surprised when people die of suicide. We're like, but this person was working, but this person was with us, but they were struggling as well. Yeah.
Who were at the party yesterday?
Exactly, yet they are struggling. So it's not about people who are on the roadside. It's even among us. You see, when the report which said that in Uganda 1 in 3, was it 1 in 3, 1 in 4 people are struggling? How many are we here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are 6 people, right?
Yes.
So one of us might
us
be struggling,
might be
right? So you can't just narrow it to people on the roadside.
Okay. When we talk about mental health, we might assume it's something attached to a given age bracket. Is it attached to adults or like parents, or it cuts across?
It cuts across, really. It cuts across. Anyone anyone can struggle. Even a young child can struggle. 7 years old, they be struggling, and people be shocked that how comes a 5-year-old is depressed. So it does not have an age limit, but it's also important to recognize that in Uganda, the age between 15 to 35 are really struggling. But it also makes sense because our population is full of more of young people. But anyone can struggle with mental health challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at some of the struggles that young kids might go through, because parents might say, omwana mwerayo fees, omwana muwa mere, what are they telling me? They're not struggling, they have a good life. And they have a roof over their head. So
I buy them clothes and they have meals.
Yes, so we assume they are sorted.
Wow, struggling happens in different circumstances, right? So one, especially with children, which actually becomes later even the root cause of most of mental health challenges, is the primary caretaker. So when a child is born, the primary caretaker is usually a mother. But we recognize that we are in a period where mothers, we are out here hustling, right? Yes. So it's so easy to give birth and then at 3 months you're called back to work and you leave this child at home, maybe with a nanny or someone else. If this nanny is not consistent, this is where we start now having the traumas, right? So you find this child is an avoidant. Their attachment styles start not being regular because of the people they see. So maybe this child is crying every now and then whenever you are leaving home. And then they're going to start...
When a baby is crying, that could be a signal
not
safe with this person's hand.
No, yeah, not always, because it's normal for babies to cry. But at times, they are creating attachments. So there is this child who gets used that mommy is not home, who is supposed to be my primary health caretaker. So if mommy is not around her, they start learning how to cope. So these are the people who later become maybe avoidant. Once you come closer, so as they grow, the other people you find that even when they're in relationships, once you come closer, they run away. Because at a young age, the mommy would come for 2 minutes. As soon as they start bonding, mommy is running away. They learned that for me to protect myself, I shouldn't get closer a lot. Because they will leave. Then you find someone who is an anxious attacher. that child who really is going to cry, and they're going to cling on you because they think you are leaving, because that's what they saw. So you can imagine. Then there are those who become disorganized. They cannot tell their emotions. Mommy is here, then mommy has left, then I have a nanny for 2 weeks, because at times nannies also can be complicated. Then you have taken the child to the grandmother, then the next week they are
at Auntie's place.
yes. So that child, don't be shocked if by P3 or P5 they are struggling with something, because most of the challenges, they actually start at a very young age. So really, any age, and those type of the world we are in, and how maybe at times we don't fully take care of the children. You might think there is milk at home, but they need your presence.
Sure.
And then comparison. Really, comparison, even in high school. You see kids saying, me, my father came in this car, then me, the other one.
And we are seeing a lot of proms.
Then prom parties
Yes,
happen, and then children are comparing themselves, and we're not having honest conversations with them. So really, all those things can cause. Then bullying in schools, you cannot ignore that. Bullying will also happen in schools, and kids struggle. There is comparison. These things where our parents keep saying, but can't you be like your cousin? Can't you be like your neighbor?
This
Yeah.
person, this child is bright.
Yeah, than you. Then that pressure of you should be able to get, 8 in 8, 20 in 20. All those things cause all that. Then sleep. That it is endless. I fail to understand why we are, like, kids are going to school as early as 6.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten. Like, what are they going to do, really? So, and sleep is very important. If this child is not getting enough sleep, they're definitely going to struggle at one point.
Wow,
Yeah.
there's a lot to discuss about children's mental health.
It's a lot.
We shall have a day. We talk about that. We've talked about children. Let's just list a few causes of mental health issues in adults as well, because we have talked about the children, we should talk about the adults as well. Yeah.
Relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Relationships is the biggest.
Yes.
And well, when we talk about relationships, people only run into the boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, but there are also other relationships, family relationships. You hear a lot of people who tell you, me, I cut off my family. I no longer talk to my mom, I don't talk to my dad. What does that do? Because every relationship we create has something they do in our lives. When we talk about relationships, you also look at workplaces. Which type of relationship do we have at work, right? Are you in the right environment? Then you cannot talk about work here in Uganda and you don't talk about unemployment. And what does it do? So really, struggles in mental, then social media, comparison again. It is something which, just puts people into a very bad state. Fear of not missing out, comparing what your colleagues are earning, how they look, the cars they are driving. Yes, meanwhile, you are there. So really, those are some of then alcohol. Alcohol. And at times people start getting into alcohol because they're trying to avoid something else. Maybe they're chucked, maybe they have lost a job, and then they're like, okay, it becomes a coping mechanism, and before you know it, they're addicted, and then the cycle continues.
Wow. What are some of the practical steps that we can take to, seek guidance and get ourselves back on track?
Okay, so one of the ways it is to understand yourself, really. Self-awareness is very, very important. And self-awareness, because that's how you get to know that one, you are struggling and what will work for you. It is very, you see how we keep in the movement every now and then, like you have plot after another plot and all these things. You never get to really sit with yourself and you understand yourself. When you get to understand yourself, you understand the environments which do not work for you, and you understand how to get out of those environments instead of, keeping on the move. Because when we're talking about all these different things, it's important to socialize. So I might be here and I tell you to socialize, yet you don't even have the right people to socialize with. Or in the first place, when you're out there, that is when your energy fully gets you gets done, and all you need is to come back to yourself. So self-awareness is important. Mental health goes hand in hand with all these other health. So sleep, have enough sleep, eat well, exercise, then have spiritual life. Spiritual life goes hand in hand with mental health. I do not know what you
Talk about
believe in.
spiritual life, out of experience and out of people's experiences that I've shared with, some people assume they're men of God, okay, pastors, priests, they're therapists.
No, they're
So
not.
sometimes they go to them with to seek help. That at times you find yourself maybe they could have gone to a professional therapist. Yes, so
No, spiritual life, it is your own life.
Okay.
Like it's not about a religion or what. It is you.
yes,
Being able to, spiritual life gives us that hope. Hope, which is a very important thing for everyone to have, because once you lose it, man, you're gone. Yeah. So spiritual life is important, and then going to the right people. We have very many therapists, very many. Your friends are not your therapists. Your church leaders, your all these, there is a role they play, but they are not your therapists. So it's important to seek help, which is professional help. And a lot of organizations are there, really. Better Minds is there at least. Yeah.
all right. So thank you so much, Claudine, for coming through.